All right, guys, good evening. We're wrapping up with fight interviews for the upcoming card at Live Casino, King's Promotions. Tonight, I'm very excited about this prospect. This is the chef, Ish Muhammad, 3-0, two knockouts. Ish, thank you so much for joining as always.
Thank you for having me.
Course, course. All right, now overall, it's awesome. Not a lot of people are gifted or have the opportunity, to have three professional fights in 1 year. Normally, it's like one, or they're waiting, to see what happens. But how did it feel to get three fights in one calendar year starting off? And how would you evaluate yourself?
Um, it feel good to have three fights this year. Oh, last year, three fights in a year. Feel good. It's always nice just staying busy, being active. The goal was for us to have five fights last year, but one got pulled out, one got canceled. So it was just like some different things like that happened. But three fights in a year was cool. We're looking forward to having even more fights this year. Just staying active, being busy. When it comes to evaluate myself so far, I feel like we're doing cool. I feel like we're doing good so far. We could always do better though, but so far I feel like we're doing good. We're on the right path. So just staying focused and going with that.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, I watched video. I haven't seen you live yet. Thank God I'll be able to see you on Friday, but everything I've seen very, very smooth and awesome. So I can't wait to see how you go. Yeah, of course.
No
All
doubt.
right, now I got this saved. I'm gonna have to get this ink soon whenever I see it. Maybe I'll bring it Friday, but you were on the cover of the Daily News over the summer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now, why don't you tell us about this? How did you find out that you were going to be on the cover of the Daily News? And how'd you feel about it? And how'd your friends and family take the news?
I was in a gym training one day, and the news people, like the people who run the articles, and they was in there doing a story. They was doing a story on Boots, and I think one other person, or it might have just been Boots, but they was in the news, and they wanted to do a story on me too. But I probably had like a couple like days left before my fight, so like not wanting to interrupt or disrupt training and like that. So they just was like, after your next fight, when you win that, and then you get back in the store, we want to come interview, put you on the paper, and get your paper out there. So they wanted to kind of catch like the lifestyle of me boxing and me being in the kitchen. So they waited until after the fight because in training camp I'm not really too much involved with the kitchen. So they waited.
Yeah.
And he came to the store. They did the interview, took the pictures and all that. They put it in a newsletter. They put it online, and then from there it just was like, yeah, it was a big thing though for me.
Yeah.
Like where I'm from, usually people don't really like make the news clip or the newspaper for like nothing positive. So it was like a lot of hype, like inside hype built up around it, like just from my family, my friends. Just was like no, I don't really know too many people that personally that made the newspaper and news and nothing like that. So it was definitely dope. It was a good thing.
Yeah. Oh man, like I can't imagine how you felt like literally going in the Wawa or like whatever store
Yeah,
and you see it, the chef, it's you with the cheesesteak egg rolls, and man, the whole story's about you. It's awesome. Now how did your friends and family like was your phone just like blowing up over the past like 2 days when like the article came out and stuff?
yeah. Everybody kept sending it to me, or like every time I went on Instagram, I seen like everybody posting the article or people tagging me. It was cool. That was fun. Me and Boots was like riding all over, like going to every store trying to buy all the articles up. We was trying to all the pictures. My dad did that. My dad went to a bunch of stores, bought all the papers, blew it up, put it in frames and all. So it was a big deal. It was a big thing.
Oh man, well, thank God they didn't buy them all at the local Wawa in Northeast Philly, or would have been out of luck.
Yeah, right.
And all right, now your second pro fight was in AC. So obviously you see like, what Boots goes through, like, being on Showbox, the press conferences, the media, the photo shoots. Now, how was that for you, like leading up the whole week? So obviously you were on the undercard of his of when he got the belt, well, when he defended the interim against Roman Villa, but how was that whole week with all like the interviews, the getting like the fight promo photos and stuff and the workouts and all?
Um, just being around that type atmosphere is always like a blessing. It's always a big thing for me. Always a big deal.
Yeah,
No matter how small the footage or cameras is, just being around and seeing that, on a day to day basis is big. But for the most part, it was different. It was new because it wasn't like any other fight, or I would say, or the stage wasn't as big as that one. So being on that stage and seeing like Showtime banners and just seeing like different people that you usually see on TV in person at those type of events or press conferences, it was a big thing. It was a big deal. But still, in training camp, you still getting ready for a war, still preparing for something. So just staying focused and level headed through all that was the best part for me.
that's awesome. Now, obviously, you were in the Jersey Shore, and it was in the summer. Were you able to enjoy it after the fight, or or did you
Yeah.
guys just head back to Philly on Sunday?
No, so we was there for about, I want to say, almost a week probably. Like we was out there for like a good amount of days before the fight. So like just having to get like your little sweat off or being in the hotel or seeing the boardwalk, smelling the funnel cake and all that. It was like man, I can't wait until after the fight so I can just go out and enjoy it. So after the fight, yeah, we stayed out there for maybe like another day or two. We just was out there enjoying the boardwalk, just enjoying what was there for us. So
Oh, awesome. Yeah, no, that had probably had its pros and cons because like everybody wants to fight in the bright lights and AC, but you are in the heart of summer too. So
yeah,
there's probably some temptations.
yeah,
For
gotta stay.
sure. Yes. Now you were very impressed from what I saw. I saw your fight. I think it was streamed. But you had a very nice knockout. I believe it was in the third round, right?
What
Against
fight?
it. This was the AC one against Parker Bruno. Was that in the third round, the knockout or the
Yeah,
stoppage?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Third round.
All right. Walk us through that. Like, were you were you getting a little frustrated trying to get the knockout early, or did it go as planned for you?
No. So, like, even when it comes to like, no matter who the opponent is or how many rounds the fight is, I'm never like going in there looking for a knockout. My biggest fear in boxing is always like, you get too excited looking for a knockout and you get knocked out by accident
Yeah.
or like you run into something you shouldn't have never been hit with. So I never go in there like looking for a knockout. Just always wanting to control the pace of the fight, taking your time, using your brain, being smart, hit and not get hit. Don't waste no punches. Like just waiting for like openings, just being smart about it, using your IQ. That fight it was cool. The first round he came out kind of fast, kind of hype. It was like a little, I would say, a little shocking. Like it was a little weird. Like I never seen nothing like that. But he came out a little hype. It took me about maybe 30, 45 seconds to adjust and figure him out a little bit, keeping him at the end of my jab. As the rounds went on, it just was like he was taking more punches and more punches until the ref felt like he's seen enough in the third round and he stopped it. I dropped him maybe like twice throughout the fight before he got stopped. Even after dropping him, I never got like too big headed or excited, like trying to force a knockout. So no, I was never frustrated. But at times when I went back to the corner, like at the end of the second round, like, and I seen him get back up off the stool, was like, yo, is he really getting back up? Like, he should be done going back out for another round. But we always in shape. We always prepare for more rounds than what we actually have to fight. So getting frustrated or being in there too long wasn't an issue for me. No.
All right, cool. And then your last fight to wrap up the calendar year was in September. It was back in AC. Another promotion card. A local one around here. Hard hitting promotions. You fought Peter Caballero. And that went to decision. But I did see footage on that. You look like you weren't in trouble at all. You
Right.
dominated every round. Now, talk about that for your first fight that went to decision. How would you evaluate that?
Um, it was a lot of things I seen in there that I could have done better. We definitely went back to the gym and worked on it, sharpened up some tools. Just breaking some little small bad habits that I may have in the ring. But um, it felt good to go the distance. I would say that. I know what it felt like to go all 4 rounds now. So the first two, I stopped both of them dudes. The third fight, we went the distance. No, was never in no trouble. I feel like it was times where I may have should have closed me. I could have closed the gap. and maybe got him out of there a little bit early. So that fight actually frustrated me, not getting a knockout. I wasn't really never really like looking for it, but I feel like when I went back and watched it, or at times where I hear him taking little deep breaths, or like I hear him like I see him not really trying to press the issue too much, like he was ready to go. I feel like I kind of let him survive a little bit, but I mean, it was good going the distance, knowing what it feel like. This next fight should be over early though.
I love it. Cool. Yeah, so it's January 12th. Another different boxing promotion card that you're fighting on. Kings on January 12th at live casino, so you should have a lot of family and friends coming out too. What do you know about your opponent, and how was camp leading up to this fight? I saw you've been training a lot with Christian Cardo, which is awesome to see too.
Yeah. So I don't know nothing about my opponent for this fight. I don't know nothing about him. I think they just switched to another opponent, like maybe like a week ago or something. But I never really cared to know nothing about my opponent. Like regardless of what it, regardless, I don't care to know your name, none of that. We got to get in there, and I got to come out on top. So whatever you bring to the table is never gonna be enough. Like I don't feel like you do nothing better than me. I feel like you don't work harder than me. I paid all my dues. I did everything I had to do. So when we get in there, whatever you bring to the table, I'm gonna expose it and make sure it's not enough to come out on top. So I don't know nothing about him. I just know he better be there to 12 and better be ready because I am. Um, Training with Christian Curdo, camp has been good. I was supposed to fight December 1st on another card in Philly that was supposed to happen. Ended up getting canceled. So I was already in training camp for that. I probably took like maybe a week off, a week and a half off, just regrouping, like frustrated at a little bit at the fact that it got canceled, and right back in the gym. So January 12th was the next upcoming date for me. So that's basically like two training camps back to back. So I feel like I'm more than ready. Put a lot of work in. Christian Cardo training in the gym with us every day. That he trained with us, so it's always good training like next to him and people like that people I can learn from. He the main event for this fight too, for the 12th. So it's definitely gonna be good to know I put the work in with him and we get to reap the benefits of it together. So that's always good.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And Christian's a great guy, and I'm glad that he keeps on fighting and keep getting on main cards here locally and all too. Yeah,
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
for sure. Now, obviously, I stated so you fought on three different promotion cards. Do you enjoy that to see like all the different boxing promoters and see like what they offer and all too with like their different cards and venues that they're able to host fights at?
Um, yeah, it's always it's always good to be able to fight on someone's card and see what they have to bring to the table and offer as far as venues and stages and different things like that. So I enjoy fighting on cards and always being able to be active. I appreciate my team for making those opportunities for me. Um, yeah, I enjoy it. Just want to stay busy, just want to stay active. So we embrace all the love that we're being shown.
Cool. All right, so my last boxing question for you before we get in the rapid fire, which is all the fun questions.
Yeah.
So what are your goals this year? So obviously you want to do five, but you unfortunately had a boxing like the whole card canceled and all.
Hmm.
But how many fights you guys looking to have this year? And when do you want to move up to like the six rounders? Is there like a set like fight bout?
So hopefully this might be my last four rounder right here. So my next fight we should be going up to 6 rounds, if not the fight after that. We want to like by the summertime at least maybe be like 7-0, 8-0. Regardless, by the end of the year we want to end at least 10-0 at the least. So
Ooh.
we want we want to just we're not moving too fast. I'm still young, taking our time, but by the end of the year we want to be 10-0, 9-0, somewhere around that mark. But we should be moving up to 6 rounders probably my next fight or the fight after that.
Oh, awesome, man! That is a great number to have. That to get
Yeah.
either six or seven fights at the end of the year. That would be
Mm-hmm.
really nice. Yeah.
Good.
All right. So I just have three fun questions for you. To
Mm-hmm.
wrap up. The first one is obviously we talked off camera because I think I saw it in the article or I saw Emotep posted they gave you a shout or something like that over the summer. So I saw you went to Emotep. But what makes them such a powerhouse in basketball and football? I mean, like they've had such talent. Like deep DJ Moore plays for the Chicago Bears. You got Justin Edwards at the University of Kentucky. Then you got Ahmad Noel, who's just destroying the public league at the moment, and he's going to UConn. Like what makes them such a powerhouse?
Hard work. I would say hard work. Always being around other great talent. Like there's always multiple players, even if they're not like real recognized or real known or names not as big as others. There's always like a powerhouse. There's always like a house full of talent. So always competing, just wanting to be better than the man next to you. Help me, help you type situations. Being real family oriented and just discipline. I would say like I feel like over there at MOTEP when it come to like sports and all that, they're always like preparing you for what's next, always the next level. So you kind of get used to like preparing for the next level that the guys at your level can't really do nothing with you. So I would say that.
Yeah, they're just absolutely unbelievable in basketball
Yeah,
and football. It's just it's just
yeah
crazy.
they won the state championship that just passed. So shout out to them for that too.
Oh, of course, of course. Absolutely wild over there. It is nuts that they just keep winning.
Yeah, right.
Um all right, once you start getting bigger and you start getting like TV spotlight,
Mhm.
what is your dream musician uh to walk you out?
Uh, I don't really have like a dream like artist to welcome me out, but if I had to go like off the top of my head, like some artist that I would get to walk. I mean, like I really when I get to that level, I don't really care for like like celebrities and then to walk me. I rather like the people I know personally that I'm locked in with their rep to walk me out. So like when I get to that level, I'll walk out with like ATM 5, NSU Shido. I'll walk out with Core,
Oh,
Meek, of course from Philly. But like other than that, like people outside of like who I really like Philly type or like people I'm close with, I would go probably like Little Baby, Little Dirk, like something like that. I
okay.
don't and then
I like it. All right, cool.
mm.
So other than cheesesteak egg rolls, what is one dish that you are really good at making?
um I would say like fried fish maybe or something like
Fried
that.
fish. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So what has been your favorite travel spot so far to go on vacation?
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Okay.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
was
That's it?
no, I said Jamaica. It was different.
Oh, okay. All right. Final question. What's your favorite cheat meal?
My favorite cheat meal.
Yeah.
I would say pizza and wings.
Pizza and wings? All right, I like it.
Love pizza.
All right. Well, Ish, thank you so much for joining. I'm looking forward to your fight on Friday. I'll
No
definitely
doubt.
bring the yeah, I will definitely bring the daily news. I'm gonna need some ink on it. All
On it.
right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you on Friday. Thank you.
No doubt. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. All right. Take care.
You too.